Face red, droopy eyes.
Welcome, everyone, to our 2K Sports broadcast. We have a great game on tap for you. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And Virginia Beach starts out with the ball. Here's Chambers. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And some theatrics above the rim there. That'll infuse the entire team with energy.
There's Williamson with the three. And Bird, here we go. And stolen by Williamson. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Yeah, and let's rewind and give credit to Zion for that steal. He set the whole thing in motion.
And Greg, what stands out most about Donovan Mitchell's game?
I think it's his consistency. He's a fearsome scorer pretty much since he set foot in the league.
Oh, look out! Oh, look out! Goodness, that is an outstanding finish.
Oh, my.
Well, we'll never get tired of those dunks from Zion.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And then jammed down as he goes right over Zion Williamson.
The active hands of Bird create that opportunity. He doesn't get enough credit for his impact defensively.
Mr. Williamson, that three off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Beyond the arc, buries it from three-point range. Williamson's got 5 points so far.
Well, the three ball hasn't been a featured component of Zion's game, but with work, he can become capable from that.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Both good from the line that time.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Paul right side. Mitchell outside. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Oh, the leaping ability of Mitchell, allowing him to go way upstairs.
Here's Edwards. Bird outside. And Edwards with the stuff.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Pass to Reese. Now here's Paul. Johnson outside. Clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. Virginia Beach pulls it in. Here's Curry. Johnson with the block.
Well, look, to have a wing like Johnson who's able to block shots like that, it elevates your defense.
Curry looking around. Up top, Edwards. Virginia Beach working the ball around him. And finished off by O'Neal.
Guys, I feel bad for the rim on that one. Shaq is one powerful dude.
43 seconds left in the first. Here's Chambers. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Atlanta. 6-point game. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Yes, that's some serious rim protection. She's ready to get physical and contest everything.
Ball outside. Shoots over Curry. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And it's Virginia Beach ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Virginia Beach.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
And finished off by O'Neal.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Young drives in. And Young with the stuff.
Yeah, and despite his size, Young is never intimidated taking it off the dribble.
And there's the drive.
What a take. You love to see guys getting aggressive, getting downhill. Great effort.
So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
They set the pick. Just 5 to shoot. Curry can't get it to go.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Chambers. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Oh, nice feed. You can see how Curry makes their offense flow, even when he's not scoring.
Atlanta calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Well, I know Williamson wants to get even closer, but he saw a window and he took it.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Stolen by Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell drops the hammer.
Sure, why settle for the layup when you can just jam it home? You gotta love the aggressive finish.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
Oh, wow! Michael Jordan taking flight.
Oh, my goodness. The creativity, the athleticism of Michael Jordan.
The Atlanta trails by 4. Williamson outside. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Williamson's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Atlanta. On the wing, Bird. Pass to Shaq. Doing what he does best, Shaquille O'Neal.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket. And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Well, that's an incredible defensive effort there by him. He just erased that shot.
It's tipped. Stolen by Bird. With the teardrop. Edwards can't hit. Mitchell with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. They now take the lead. Williamson's got the lead up to 3 now for Atlanta.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
There's Williamson with the 3. Curry with the rebound.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those. Yeah, and Chambers is aggressive when it comes to getting to the line, using his height and length to get under the skin of the defense.
Chambers hits them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
O'Neal on the wing. Shakes him. And Shaq pulls it down. Pass to Curry. Back to Shaq. And stolen by Williamson. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Virginia Beach leads by just 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. And Virginia Beach with the possession here. Pass to Edwards. Now Rodman. Over Williamson.
Such a powerful denial. Zion wanted that shot completely erased.
Bird inside. Bird finishing in close.
Points in close are always something coaches strive for.
Here's Shaq. Driving the lane. Here's Reese. Virginia Beach pulls it in. Pass to Rodman. The layup missed. And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They trail by 3. And it's Mitchell missing. Rodman with the ball. Now defended by Williamson. Back to Rodman. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
And as a free throw shooter, Rodman has his challenges. One of those guys who almost shoots a better percentage from the field.
The Atlanta trails by 5. It's stolen by Rodman. He takes it in. Can't hit from in close. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Outside, O'Neal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dennis Rodman. That's his first foul. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dennis Rodman. That's foul number 2 for him. O'Neal with the steal.
You see those defensive instincts paying off. Great anticipation to pick the ball. And
it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh. Well, that was unbelievable. Not many guys can do what Ant-Man just did. Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
For Virginia Beach, they've been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. First free throw is good. Well, Coach, we know there's a lot of expectations tied to a #1 pick. Sometimes they fall flat, but that has not been the case so far with Anthony Edwards.
Oh, it sure as heck hasn't, Kevin. But I think it starts with Anthony Edwards welcomed the expectations. He wanted the expectations, and he has pushed himself to play to that level on a nightly basis, and he's done it.
The Atlanta trails by 6. Pass to Mitchell. And here is Williamson. And the 3 off target. Curry outside. And again, it's Virginia Beach missing. Here's Paul. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson.
Showing great vision that time. Zion delivers the ball exactly where it needs to be.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter. A wide open look for Bird. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Bird's got 11 points.
That's a great trip. You always want to end up with those close looks.
Here is Paul. Down low. Here's Mitchell. It's hauled in by Edwards. For Virginia Beach, they've been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. The first free throw is good.
Well, sending Shaq to the line here is, on paper, the smart foul, but O'Neal might just make them regret it.
Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor, as complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
Bird with the bucket.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Mitchell outside. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Physical finish from Mitchell, a guy who has no problem playing through contact.
Edwards can't hit.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For Virginia Beach, they've gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And you know, with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. The Atlanta shooting their first free throws of this game. Free throw good, Jordan.
The drive, the willpower of Michael Jordan is on a completely different level. He is competing every second he is on the floor and always looking for any way he can beat you.
There's Rose with the 3. The shot misses. And it's Virginia Beach with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Virginia Beach leading by 6. Here's Shaq from 10 feet out.
And time that one just...
Oh, that was some power on that dunk.
You could see he was setting that up the minute he got his hands on the ball.
Well, you got to know what you're doing if you're going to do it, if you're going to try that, right? Oh, wow.
That was sensational. And you got to love seeing a guy having fun out there.
Curry. It's hauled in by Trae Young. Here's Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
An incredible night for Zion. Exactly what we expected, and maybe even a little more.
Here's Bird. Larry Bird with the slam.
A timely pass to take full advantage of the opening. Great stuff.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Over in the corner, Williamson. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Williamson's got 9 points in the quarter.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest. And you got the feeling that was coming. Curry loves coming back with a 3 of his own.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And the three-point shot really has been their best friend here tonight.
Well, it's one thing to hit threes when it doesn't matter. It's another to do it in clutch time. Takes a special player.
The three, and Williamson hits again from deep. Williamson's got 29 in the game.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And Edwards drops them both.
Pressure-packed free throws, but he stayed calm and nailed them.
In Atlanta again with the bucket.
Well, these are the moments Zion lives for. He loves to perform when the lights are brightest.
Here's Curry with the three. Sinks the triple. Curry's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Virginia Beach. Paul with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Williamson. Drills it from outside. Williamson's got 34.
Zion keeping the defense on their toes right there.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, he got the position he wanted in the paint and got the defender to overcommit and got himself to the line.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that narrows the gap to 1. Here's Atlanta now. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dennis Rodman. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Third left side. Pass to Rodman. And the jam by Dennis Rodman.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Here comes Curry. And so it looks like it'll be Virginia Beach's ball.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
They get a hand on it. And here's the fast break. Pass to Paul.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
Yeah, this one isn't over, but they can't afford to waste any time now.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And he makes both free throws.
Look, every trip to the line counts, but getting all of these was extra important.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Reese. In the corner, O'Neal with it. And a miss there on the triple. And an intentional foul right there. He knocks down the clutch free throw. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 2-point ball game.
That's just clutch work, really. That's all you can say. A little bit of D now, and they'll be out of here with the win.
Atlanta calls timeout. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
Adebayo, no good from 3. Welcome, everyone, to our 2K broadcast. We've got a little shakeup on the hardwood, mixing some college players in for this one. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy.
Here we go.
And Virginia Beach starts out with the ball. Stewart with it. Connect picks him up. Back to Stewart. Driving to the basket. And the dunk by Stewart.
Listen, Stewart makes it look easy, but trust me, it's not. She's just fearless around the rim.
Now here's Brunson. And the rejection by Morant. Here's Connect. Shot clock at 3. In transition, here comes Virginia Beach. And here's Morant. This one for 3. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. In recent seasons, availability has been a problem for John Morant. Greg, dig into that a little bit.
Well, from a league suspension to multiple injuries, Morant has missed a significant amount of time, but we know when he's on the court, he's a game changer.
Yeah, and when Morant puts in the effort on defense, he can be very effective.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Mark Williams.
And let's face it, every point matters in this league. You have to take advantage of these freebies.
Greg, you look at Alperen Sengun. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
And you wonder how he fell to the 16th pick in the 2021 draft. You saw the numbers he was putting up as a 19-year-old in Turkey. Pretty clear he should have gone higher.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Pass to Peterson. Rebounded by Kansas City. Brunson scanning the floor. Inside. Here's Williams. And it's Williams with the jam.
And the way that Brunson is just so calm in the pick and roll, boy, he is smooth.
Out to the right wing. .146 left in the first. 5 to shoot. It's good. This game is all even.
A timely pass to take full advantage of the opening. Great stuff.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
.129 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Vassell. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
What a throwdown by Vassell. This is why he looks to get to the basket.
Outside Williams. Here's MTBOY. Covered by Vassell. 4 on the clock. Now here's Brunson. Here's MTBOY. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Well, no one gets to the hole better than Ja. His first step is unreal.
Pass to Brunson. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter.
Yes, that's some serious rim protection. She's ready to get physical and contest everything.
Here's Jop. No good off the back of the rim.
It just seemed like they were out of sync and waited way too long.
Out to Morant. Going inside. And Morant throws it down.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. And it's Virginia Beach with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back right after. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how Virginia Beach is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Morant downhill. Shakes him. And she's good on the lay-in. Stewart's got the lead up to 8 now for Virginia Beach. To the paint. Cuts off the pass. It's Connect on the wing. Williams a screen. Back to Connect. And he drives in. And Connect slams it in.
Connect, so instinctive at finding open space there and taking advantage.
Launches a 3. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Showing just how dynamic he can be. Once Peterson gets into the lane, you're at his mercy.
And timeout called by Darko Rojakovic. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Kansas City trails by 6. Brunson outside. Outside Williams. Back to Brunson. Ja Morant with the rebound. Virginia Beach leading by 6. Pass to Peterson. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And he dunks it down.
Goodness, Darren Peterson, take the stage.
Morant with the steal. Here's Şengün. Here's Peterson. With the drive. Williams with the block.
Oh, my word. You can't play much tougher interior defense than that.
.141 left in the second quarter. Chandler outside. And Alperen Şengün gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Now Collins. Denial.
Well, he's known as a solid defender. Vassell is good at using his length to erase shots.
1:25 left to play in the first half. 3 on the clock. Here's Caruso. Good on the triple. Caruso's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And you could just tell he was feeling it. A very assertive shot at the arc.
Collins looking around. Nice move. And finished off by Collins.
Collins so active around the rim.
Pass to O'Neal. O'Neal literally bending the rim with the power.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
A wide open look here for Caruso. Another 3 for Kansas City.
Quick decision making from Caruso. He decided he had a look and pulled up.
Playing strong defense inside the paint there. They'll think twice before trying that again.
29 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Jordan driving in. Collins grabs the miss.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
And now here's Hamilton, the fast break chance. It's stolen by Jefferson. Pass to Caruso. And stolen by Burke. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Virginia Beach leads by 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so Caruso will bring up the ball for Kansas City. Trailing by 2. Outside, Towns. Wilson with the block.
Well, and at just about 6'10", you have to take Wilson seriously on defense because he can and will block your shot.
And there's the foul. Here we go on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Pass to Jordan. Back to Burke. Trying to find Shaq. He's got it now. Rebounded by Kansas City. Here's Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Hamilton just constantly working his tail off. Excels shooting it from mid-range. Just always on the move, constantly working off screen. And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Caruso. And that one is stuffed right through.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Offensively, John Collins' game is tailor-made for the modern NBA.
Well, it sure is, Kevin, and I've always admired John Collins' efficiency. You know, I mean, he can make threes. He can create his own shot both in the post and off the dribble facing up and make mid-range jumpers. He's a great offensive rebounder. He's a lob threat. Really not much John Collins can't do at a very high level.
Jordan. Chandler with the block.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
Outside, Towns. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hamilton with some nice D.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Shaq with it. Jefferson picks him up. Outside for Jordan. Nice D from Chandler.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Kick out to Hamilton. Lets the 3 fly. Good, and it's Jordan picking up the assist.
And I like how he didn't have a great look, kicked it, and they end up with the triple.
Oh, yeah. Caruso has major spring to his game.
Now here's Burke. Still without a basket.
Well, that's part of his role. With great size, they rely on him to help control the ball.
Shot by Collins, no good. Here's Virginia Beach with the ball. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. To the middle. Here's Wilson. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
I love how ferocious Wilson can be inside, slamming it down with force.
"19 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Whoa!
Gracious. Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Here's O'Neal. Back to Burke. Caruso with the steal. Not going to go that time. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Kansas City ahead, leading by just 2. And we'll be back with you right after this. Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. And Virginia Beach with the possession here. A 2-point game. Here's Burke. Chandler with the rebound. Stolen by Wilson. Down low. And slam dunk by Burke.
Oh, a sweet jam. He really stuffed that one in.
Here's Caruso. Hold on!
Goodness.
Well, when Caruso has a scoring night like this, it's a huge boost for this offense.
Outside Jordan. Virginia Beach working the ball around now. Here's Burke. Rebounded by Kansas City. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And the foul called on Michael Jordan. That's his first foul. Caruso looking for an opening. And there's the 3.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
It's stolen by Jefferson. Now Collins from deep. Wilson with the block.
Well, you always want your defenders to stay within reach of the shooter.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Back to Brunson. Puts the move on.
How about the hops from Brunson, scaring the rim a little bit there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That'll be his second foul of the game. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Morant with the steal. Looking to end the run. In the center of things, Morant.
Well, he is such a blur in transition. Morant goes from 0 to 60 faster than a sports car.
Brunson, left side. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Shot.
Talk about timing. That lead pass was right on cue.
MTBOY with the rebound.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
1:33 left here in the fourth quarter. Blocked again.
And Şengün got himself in great position, used that length to deny him at the rim.
To the paint. Here's Williams. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Williams has got the lead up to 9 now for Kansas City. Here's Vassell. Banked in off the glass.
Well, strong play by Vassell inside. Getting him a look this close is almost a sure bucket.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Poked away, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant.
Well, a risky pass there, and if you ask me, they're lucky that the defense didn't steal that one.
There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter.
Using that length, Şengün timing the block.
to MTBOY. He takes it in. Right wing. Shot clock at 5. Back to connect. Kansas City needs to get off a shot.
That's a great contest by Vassell. He's got the tools to be a very good defender.
Pass to Şengün. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Making the close defensive play by staying strong. No panic, no sloppiness.
That one's going to be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to let up, and I like that. Keep pouring it on.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And Kansas City leads by 10.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And here's Brunson outside. Can't hit that one. And so Kansas City takes the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Welcome, everyone, to our 2K broadcast. We've got a little shakeup on the hardwood, mixing some college players in for this one. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy.
Here we go.
And Virginia Beach starts out with the ball. To the wing right side. Peterson. Offensive rebound. Stewart misses. Pass to Reese. Banked in off the glass.
And Reese is a smart offensive player. She understands when she should look to score inside.
And they double up Morant. Here's Stewart. Knocks down the three ball.
Well, she keeps the defense honest there by spacing the floor. Threes are big for this offense.
In recent seasons, availability has been a problem for John Morant. Greg, dig into that a little bit.
Well, from a league suspension to multiple injuries, Morant has missed a significant amount of time, but we know when he's on the court, he's a game changer.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Albuquerque. The putback. Morant on the follow.
Well, look at the activity of Morant all over the offensive glass.
And stolen by Şengün. And Morant throws it down.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Curry with it. He's picked up by Morant. Curry's shot is good.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
Here's Morant. Vassell outside. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün.
Oh, give him credit for spotting the open shooter. That's just great court awareness.
Here's O'Neal. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Shaq's got his second bucket of the game to go.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
Peterson misses. Curry on the wing. Shoots over Vassell. Virginia Beach pulls it in. Pass to Peterson. O'Neal comes with the double team. Here's Vassell. Back to Stewart. 6 on the shot clock. And here is Şengün. That one falls.
And Şengün knows when you don't have the ball, you have to stay ready to catch and fire.
Well, I think she added a little extra to that one, making a statement.
Here's Vassell. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
A nice shot by Leslie. Here's Virginia Beach with the ball. And he drives in. Here's Stewart. Hits it from three-point range.
Stewart's offensive prowess allowing her to nail that jumper there. I could watch her shoot all day.
And it's blocked by Şengün. And it was not a clean block. Whistle blows and a foul on the defender here. It's a shooting foul, so free throws will be coming up. And so he makes both from the line.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Here's Peterson. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Virginia Beach leads by 3. And And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Virginia Beach.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
Yeah, there have been very few players at 6'2" who've played above the rim like Morant.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Check it out. She's not taking it easy, putting some serious heat on the defender.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
Not just an incredible talent, Stewart is also a winner, someone you build your franchise around.
And Randolph throws it down.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Here's Stewart. Up again. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Outside for Randolph. 6 to shoot. Here's O'Neal. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randolph. And it's 6 points for Shaquille O'Neal. Here's Stewart. Good on the bucket.
And the focus Stewart has, even when the D gets physical, she just stays with it.
Knocks it loose. Stewart with the steal. Driving in. And the dunk by Stewart.
Off the running start. Good stuff from her there.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Stewart in the corner. And Albuquerque with the possession. They trail by 1. And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge, and he remains a prolific shot creator.
To the wing on the left. Peterson bangs home the trifecta. Peterson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
In addition to everything else he does, Peterson is a terrific floor spacer.
And he decides to go old school with the finger roll.
Peterson misses. And Albuquerque with the possession. Shaq with it. He's picked up by Morant. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Taken to the sky. What an incredible dunk.
Out to the right wing. Here's Peterson. And there's the drive. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And if you write up a wish list of qualities in an NBA guard, Darren Peterson checks just about every box. He's in that old school mold in that he can play either spot in the backcourt, and his explosiveness puts him in rare air indeed.
Curry looking it over. And Curry throws it down hard.
Wow. And look, as amazing as that was, those are the types of dunks that make you a little nervous.
It's Vassell on the wing. Sinks the triple. Vassell's got 8.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's Virginia Beach up 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
Force.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
And it's Morant missing. And here we go, Albuquerque, fast break. Chapman's shot is off. And Virginia Beach with the possession here. They lead by 1. Takes it inside. And here's Vassell from the arc. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Well, when you watch Vassell, it's easy to see why scoring comes so natural to him.
And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Albuquerque. A kick out to O'Neal. Inside. Leslie with the steal. The shake. There is nobody in their right mind getting in the way of Shaq.
The best way to pressure a defense is in transition. Nice job to get up the court there in a hurry.
Pass to Peterson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Shaq.
Well, with the way he moves, Vassell can be so deceptive with his shots, and he did well to draw the foul there.
Albuquerque trails by 3. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Wow, Curry automatic from deep.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Here's Peterson. He has 5. Pass to Stewart. They've got the opportunity to get the lead back.
And they
wow, hammering it in.
Look out. Great assist there. You could tell that she knew exactly where her teammate was going to be.
Vassell wide open. And again, it's Virginia Beach missing. And so here's Albuquerque. A 2-point game.
Yeah, easy call.
That's good from Leslie. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so Leslie nails both of them. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Burke. Hits the jumper in space. Burke's got his first basket. With the drive. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, showing us what she can do. Puts the ball on the floor and goes.
Burke can't get it to go.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
And out of bounds, Virginia Beach will have it. Virginia Beach trails by 4. 55 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Şengün. Off with the layup. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. For Albuquerque, they've been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
A low post specialist who also rebounds it well. Randolph really brings it. He knows his strengths and plays to him.
And it's tonight.
Playing strong defense inside the paint there. They'll think twice before trying that again.
And again, it's Virginia Beach missing. Albuquerque leading by 5. The catch and the flush. O'Neal.
And how about the force with which the Diesel plays? Shaq on attack. And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots at the game right here. That's good from Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry hits them both. Just 4 seconds left in the third. That will count. And so it's Albuquerque bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Virginia Beach trails by 7. Pass to Shaq. Stolen by O'Neal. Steps back. Here's Chapman. Virginia Beach pulls it in.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And so here's Albuquerque. Pass to Shaq. Now here's Randolph. Back to Shaq. Jacks up a 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. O'Neal's got the lead up to 8 now for Albuquerque. For 3, Murray gets it to go from beyond the arc. Murray's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And what's your take, guys? Ooh, fierce move by O'Neal.
One of the most ferocious dunkers we've ever seen. Shaq capable of bringing down the entire basket.
And so here's Albuquerque. Curry. And again, it's Albuquerque.
I love how she moved the ball right there, setting it up on a platter.
Here's the break. Curry with a wide open look. And again, it's Albuquerque.
It just shows you how impressive Curry's shooting ability is, that he can adjust for any distance. Well, and he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure power.
We could feel that one all the way over here. Launches it. Out to the right wing. Here's Peterson. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal.
When you watch Peterson shoot, he does it with confidence, and that shot is already refined.
Here's Chapman, and right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Albuquerque leading by 11. And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Curry. Deflected by O'Neal.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
Here's Curry with the 3. And Shaq pulls it down. It's tipped. And it's Vassell in the corner. Pass to Reese. Here's Peterson. And he dunks it down.
Well, this is what Peterson does. An active scorer who knows how to get himself in rhythm.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
Here's Burke. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Right side Curry. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Good ball movement here by Albuquerque. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Chapman. Virginia Beach pulls it in. Driving the lane. And that one is stuffed right through. And so here's Albuquerque. They lead by 7. And finished off by O'Neal.
We have gotten used to this kind of dominance from Shaq. He just knows how to take over games.
Here's Curry. Here's Leslie. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Whoa, that is how you finish a drive. She knew what to do.
And stolen by Burke. And that one, good. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so Albuquerque takes the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Along with Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this one on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to 2K Sports Basketball. This game features something different, as we'll see talent from the college ranks blended into the lineup as well. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. Down low, Oden, and it's Oden finishing it off.
And what an excellent way to end that possession. There was some power on that throwdown.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, that's on the defense there. You can't let Bam get primetime positioning inside.
To stand multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has 3 key things for a defender, all right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
Shots good from Oden.
And someone who usually likes to operate near the basket, Oden surprises you there with the mid-range.
And Rose throws it down.
Goodness, spiking it off the bounce.
Now here's Oden. There's Williamson with the 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Here's Reese. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
When she goes to the bucket like that, the length of Reese is tough to stop.
Leonard attacking. Shots good from Oden. Oden's got 6.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Here's Rose. And Williamson throws it down.
Oh, my goodness. We can feel those Zion dunks over here.
There's Hero with the 3. And Paul pulls it down.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And here we go. Here's Williamson. And Adebayo sends it back.
Well, this is what Adebayo is known for. An outstanding defender who protects the rim so well.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And Greg, we know he's a fearsome dunker, but Zion Williamson also has a soft touch.
And that's a great point, Kevin. He can finish in every way, either hand, through contact, off balance, on the run. A natural gift for converting around the rim.
That one goes. Count it.
Well, Adebayo makes his living on the interior. He's so dangerous close to the bucket.
Virginia Beach leading by 8. Going inside, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Face blue, droopy eyes.
Hi everyone, welcome to 2K Sports. Should be a fun one here. We have some collegiate players stepping into the fray. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony.
Here we go.
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. Havlicek outside.
Get outside.
And the dunk by Havlicek.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And Virginia Beach with the possession here.
Well, that's just a great feel for where the ball was going. He got himself in the right place and made the steal.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Look, if your shot isn't there, it's time to give it up. And she sent it all the way back outside.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And that passion that Garnett plays with is really infectious. He's always talking and trying to get himself and his guys going.
It's Brown on the wing. That's good, and so Garnett with the assists.
Absolutely ready. And they put the ball in his hands, and he's able to finish.
Over to the left wing. For three, Pierce. And again, Boston with the triple. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
Another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break.
Here's Beckers. To the wing on the left. Here's Leslie. And that one's on target from the wing.
Well, if you give her that midi, she'll take it. No problem dropping the jumper.
Oh, look at that.
Wow, what a slam. Tatum not messing around right there.
Pass to Reese. Here's Beckers. Cunningham. Denied! Pierce with the block.
Well, that's one way to avoid getting posterized. Stand tall and protect the rim.
Shot clock at 5.
And there's Tatum's length showing up at the defensive end. What a play.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. To the inside. Here's Leslie. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, I love the timing of that pick and roll. She knew the exact nanosecond to release from the screen and roll to the hoop.
It's rebounded by Leslie. Pass to Stewart. .50 seconds left to play here in the first.
Oh, I like that. Reese being aggressive, trying to make something happen.
The first free throw is good. Boston making a switch here. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Brown wide open. He fires. Drains the three-pointer. Brown's got 6.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Here's Reese. Makes it off the glass.
Just going to work inside. Reese using her touch and agility well.
Here's Rondo. They swipe it. Pass to Nichols. Shoots over Brown. And so it's Boston, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Oh my goodness.
Vicious finish by Tatum. These coaches love when he's aggressive.
Lots of layers to it, Coach, but what is the best part of Jason Tatum's game, in your opinion?
Wow, now that's a tough question, Kevin, because this guy can do it all. I would say what the best part of Tatum's game is he can create whatever shot he needs at any given time. He's got the ball handling skills and the shot making ability to get where he needs to go and then finish the play.
And although not the biggest guy, you got to love how Rondo uses his body inside. Has a great touch as well around the rim.
Wow. She took flight.
Pass to Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Nichols. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Virginia Beach needs to get off a shot here. And there's Virginia Beach with another bucket.
She looks pretty comfortable going to work there in the mid-range. I think she likes that shot.
Oh, Garnett hits the 3.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
It's Williams, high post. Nice ball movement by Boston. To the middle. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, Williams is a selective shooter, but when he gets it inside like this, he looks to capitalize.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Oh, how about that? Going over the top.
and she just throws it down.
A timeout called by Casey Jones. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Outside Irving. Garnett, right side. 5 on the clock. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Pass to Leslie. Irving with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Here's Williams. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, with the energy Williams plays with, he's tough in the paint.
Oh, the free throw line's a great way to see how confident a player's feeling.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Taken away by Williams. Irving from long range. It's good from long range. Irving's got the lead up to 14 now for the Celtics.
Some of the fastest hands in the league right now. Kyrie knowing he has to get rid of it.
Garnett comes over to help. Here's Becker. Banked in off the glass.
Great look. And the important part, she finished down there.
Here's Irving. What a terrific move that was. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
And so it's Boston with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back to the action in just a minute. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Virginia Beach trails by 14. Pass to Leslie for 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, showing off her range out beyond the arc. She's worked hard on her three-point shot.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
I love when she just goes for these jams, showing how athletic she can be.
Drills the three-pointer.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
She was ready for that one, wasn't she? Gets the pass and goes straight into her shot.
And it's Pierce with the jam.
And the outside shooting presence helped Pierce open up a lane there.
Reese. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own. Boston leading by 12. And there's the drive.
Keeping things simple on offense. Great work finding the open man.
They set the pick. Pass to Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. And Paul Pierce with the slam.
Oh, love his mindset. Go to the basket. Be aggressive.
Now Stewart. Inside. And now Pierce running the floor all by himself. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Clock at 6. Here's Reese. Shot from the wing. Garnett grabs the board. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Celtics passing it around. Back to Garnett. Here's Havlicek. Good. It's Garnett with the assist that time. Havlicek's got 5.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And so they foul intentionally. Boston making a switch here. 43 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Raja. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, his scoring has been the story here.
Watch your mouth, Ho.
The defense has got to try a different approach because to this point, they've had no answer.
Celtics leading by 20. Pass to Leslie. And the rejection by Tatum.
Outstanding defense from Tatum. You know he can protect the rim. You love that from a wing.
Well, it won't get much easier for her than that. Nice bucket there.
Here's Havlicek. And Havlicek throws it down.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfectly.
Here's Leslie. And taken away by Brown. And so it's Boston controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what
Like and sub.
headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Boston leading by 20. Pass to Rondo. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Leslie.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Cunningham's shot is off. And here's Boston. Rondo with a clean look. Drops in the tray off the fast break.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Here's Leslie. And they get it back. Cunningham looking it over. Just 5 on the clock. And taken away by Brown. The 3 from Tatum. Outside for Rondo. Crowder from outside. They get it back. And here's Tatum for 3. Drops in the tray. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition.
And sometimes, Stan, lost in everything he has done for his team, Jason Tatum is one heck of a playmaker.
Yeah, Kevin, I think what happens to guys like Tatum when they come into the league is because he can score the ball. And that's such an important skill. We tend to focus on the scoring. But Jason Tatum has become a better playmaker in his time in the league. He's become a better defender and a better rebounder. This guy excels at everything. Well, the excitement around Angel Reese is infectious. She's incredible in the paint, getting boards and never giving up on a play.
Here's Leslie. 6 to shoot. Pass to Reese. Looking to end the run. And she lays it up and in.
And Reese is used to having to score through contact, just brushing past the defender.
And contact on the shot. She'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, right there she's telling him, if you want to stop me, you have to foul me.
Good on the second free throw. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter.
Look, Tatum draws so much attention. Someone's bound to be open.
That's good from Cunningham. And so Cunningham nails both of them. The Celtics on offense. Left side, Tatum. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Tatum's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Celtics.
You ain't say nothing, bro. Don't do that. You ain't say nothing to me.
A key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
And this is what the team wants JB to do. Punish defenses that don't respect him from the corner.
And it's blocked by Brown.
And that block was all about timing, making sure he didn't foul while also protecting the rim.
Bucket is good.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Here's Stewart. The putback. Can they get it? Here's Reese. 5 to shoot. Leslie puts up a 3. Reese, no good. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. There's the triple. The shot comes out. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Cans it from downtown.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And the turnover again by Boston.
Watch your feet, man. Hey, watch your mouth.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them.
Oh, yeah, come see me.
In enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Welcome, everyone, to our 2K broadcast. We've got a little shakeup on the hardwood, mixing some college players in for this one. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy.
Here we go.
And Virginia Beach starts out with the ball. Pass to Peterson. Launches a three. Rebound by Albuquerque.
Really, Darren Peterson is one of the most exciting guard prospects in a while. He's got a polished overall game and just plays beyond his years. And coaches rave about his leadership skills. Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
There's the drive. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
To the wing on the left. And it's blocked.
More of the same from Stewart. Those all-defense honors speak for themselves.
It's stolen by Hachimura. Puts up a deep three. And that one is stuffed right through.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Pass to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Well, you can count on Towns to finish with strength anytime he has the chance.
Here's Peterson. Here's Stewart. And the shot is good.
And they're making the most of her looks inside.
Maxey on the wing. And they call an illegal screen here.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Pass to Şengün. Morant surveying the D. And he slams it down right on top of Bam Adebayo.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you say? We give Morant about an 11 there?
Back to Hachimura. Towns down low. Off target at the rim. It's Morant with the drive. Out left to the wing. Into the lane. And finished off by Morant.
Yeah, when Morant gets a step to the hoop, he's looking to drop the hammer on you.
And here's Adebayo outside. And he's good on the three ball. Adebayo's got 5.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Great defense. She was having none of that protecting the paint.
And Virginia Beach with the possession here. To the middle. It's stolen by Adebayo. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
Oh, just so strong. Bam. He's just so tough to stop.
Albuquerque shooting their first free throw of the game. Free throw good. Adebayo. 24 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Morant outside. Towns with the steal. Pass to Maxey. And here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, the big fella throwing it down hard.
Peterson. Guys, Bam Adebayo getting it done for Albuquerque. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Albuquerque.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
Surprising confidence there from Morant.
And it's Vassell with the foul. That's his first foul. Thompson outside. Outside for Nene. Back to Thompson. Pass to Nene. Just 5 to shoot. And the layup falls.
Look at the intensity of Nene. One of the strongest guys in the game. Phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
Screen by Şengün. It's blocked.
Tracking that ball all the way. Strong defense at the rim.
And Şengün throws it down.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
And finished off by Morant.
Well, he is such a blur in transition. Morant goes from 0 to 60 faster than a sports car.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. To the left side wing. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
And if you write up a wish list of qualities in an NBA guard, Darren Peterson checks just about every box. He's in that old school mold in that he can play either spot in the backcourt, and his explosiveness puts him in rare air indeed.
Peterson, that's good. Peterson's got his second basket of the game.
There it is. Put Peterson in that two-man game and let that young man go to work.
Thompson misses. Here's Virginia Beach with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Johnson, good. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Active hands right there. I like seeing him be aggressive attacking the ball.
Yeah, really nice finish there with contact. Morant with great body control.
Now here's Brooks. No scoring in this one. And Jalen Johnson is already a nightly double-double threat, and his game, it just continues to expand.
Oh, look, Jalen Johnson, Kevin, is an all-star level guy. I mean, efficient on the offensive end, brings consistent energy every night, makes very few mistakes, and plays both ends of the floor.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. For Virginia Beach, they made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Greg, you look at Alperen Şengün. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
And you wonder how he fell to the 16th pick in the 2021 draft. You saw the numbers he was putting up as a 19-year-old in Turkey. Pretty clear he should have gone higher.
Pass to Nene. Out to Morant. Johnson in the corner.
Watch the screen.
To the inside. Nene. And Nene with the stuff.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Johnson with the rebound. Thompson with it. And it's Vassell picking him up. Out to Thompson. And stolen by Vassell. Here's Morant. Got a hand on it.
Well, no matter how close you are to the rim, if the defense is lurking, consider moving the ball.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
2 on the clock. And Morant finishes inside. Morant's got 13.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Albuquerque out in front, leading by just 2. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Now, here's Nene. It's Morant with the drive. Here's Johnson. It's rebounded by Şengün. Here's Virginia Beach with the ball, trailing by 2. Some solid defense there by Nene. Inside. Johnson, good. Johnson's got the first points of the second half here for Albuquerque.
Yeah, Johnson is a wing who wants to go inside. He doesn't settle too often.
And Şengün throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Vassell outside. 6 to shoot. Pass to Stewart. Virginia Beach needs to get off a shot here. And the basket by Vassell.
Well, that was a key pass from her. You always want to get your teammates involved. You shoot it better off a good pass.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Here's Peterson. And there's the... Whoa, man! Wow.
Goodness, Darren Peterson. Take the stage.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Unamused face.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Albuquerque. They lead by 1. Can't connect from short range. And here's Vassell from the arc. It's rebounded by Towns.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Well, defensively, if you're letting Adebayo get rolling, it's time to rethink your approach.
Morant with it, and Hachimura picks him up defensively.
Oh, man, that was a loud bucket.
Setting up the half-court offense now.
They've got to find a way, not enough ball movement or body movement when they get in the half-court.
Now, here's Maxey. Hasn't made one yet. Towns wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pass to Stewart. Virginia Beach working the ball around now. For the lead, here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Even without the explosive athleticism, Şengün still able to play above the rim.
Towns in the corner. And stolen by Şengün. Here's Stewart. Makes it off the glass. Now it's a 3-point Virginia Beach lead. And Albuquerque with the possession. Maxey in the corner. Takes the three. Hits the three-point bomb. Maxey's got his first 3 points of the game.
Take your focus off Maxey for 1 second, and he will let it fly from out there. Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him, and you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
And Towns throws it down.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Now Morant. Pass to Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
Wow, not messing around. No need for finesse when you can just throw it down.
Outside, Maxey. Here's Adebayo. Morant with the steal. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it.
Morant just doing a nice job absorbing the hit there.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Virginia Beach.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
And on top of that, they're getting a lot of points off assists. And it's always a good sign when your team is working as a cohesive unit.
Shot clock at 6. Moves back up. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got zero quit in them.
In the corner, Şengün with it. And Şengün throws it down.
Did Şengün answer the bell tonight, or what? Tremendous offensive performance.
Down low. Here's Hachimura. Here's Towns. Count that one.
Keeping things simple on offense. Great work finding the open man.
Morant downhill. And finished off by Morant.
Yeah, Morant uses his incredible body control to work through that contact.
Outside, Maxey. A kick out to Towns. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Wow. Adebayo showing some leadership there in a big moment.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes of pass now here in the fourth. High post Stewart. Here's Şengün. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Şengün's got the lead up to 4 now for Virginia Beach. Towns in the corner. From down in the low post, it goes. Towns has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, in a big moment, go to your big man. Towns can be so dominant when he needs to be.
And so she hits the technical free throw.
Yo, you need me to come give you belt again.
Morant outside. Out to the wing. Here's Peterson. Money!
No fear. Peterson wants to take and make the big shot.
Pass to Hawkins.
Yelu.
Fires the 3. Şengün with the rebound.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Grinning, squinting face.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports. Should be a fun one here. We have some collegiate players stepping into the fray. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony.
Here we go.
And Virginia Beach starts out with the ball. And it's Adebayo in the corner. Rejected by Collison.
Well, that's an incredible defensive effort there by him. He just erased that shot.
Out to the right wing. Inside. Williamson. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Well, that contact does nothing to Zion. He's just way too strong.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. To stand multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has three key things for a defender. All right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
They kick it out to Green. There's Miller with the three. Virginia Beach pulls it in.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Green drives in.
And I love the physicality Draymond puts behind this drive. Get in his way at your own risk.
Oh, man. He got a step, and it was over.
Now, here is Miller. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Miller outside. Fires for three. Hits the three-point bomb.
A huge reason Miller went so high in the draft. His three-point stroke. It's exactly what you want in a wing.
Now here's Rose. Oh, and the jam by Rose.
Watch out below driving with some bad intentions.
On the wing, Miller. No good on the three. Here's Virginia Beach with the ball. It's a three-point game. Here's Reese. And Miller with the block.
And good length and athleticism give Miller an advantage at the defensive end.
.137 left to play in the first. Adebayo. Good D by Miller.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Back to Hamilton. Over Paul. Out to Miller. Pass to Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. Miller with another miss.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
And now here's Hamilton, the fast break chance.
And you have to be more careful or else he will pick your pocket. And then it's off to the races.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, that's on the defense there. You can't let Bam get primetime positioning inside.
Pass to Miller. Over Rose. Here's Collison. Outside Westbrook. Looks for Miller. Gets it to him. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
Well, we know Westbrook can rack up the assists in no time. He's all for finding his teammates.
It's taken away by Collison. And they'll get another chance. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And he nails the third.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Thunder lead by 2. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Oklahoma City?
Wow, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitant.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
Fades away. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Outside Rose. Oh, look at that. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, I think she added a little extra to that one, making a statement.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. And Paul gets it to go in.
You know, Paul is smart with his shot selection. He only takes what he likes.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Pass to Reese. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Oklahoma City trailing, and out of bounds. Virginia Beach will have it. Adebayo the screen, down low. Good D by Miller.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Excellent pass. You love seeing the unselfishness.
Out to the right wing. Here's Rose. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
And Rose proving already to be a relentless competitor. Excellent at finding ways to finish inside.
Here's Hamilton. Rose with the rebound. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for Virginia Beach. Here's Reese. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I love when she just goes for these jams, showing how athletic she can be.
Miller outside. It's rebounded by Paul.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
1:31 left in the first half. And a rangy 6'7" wing GA with a smooth shooting touch. Brandon Miller fits a mold that a lot of teams are looking for.
And there's a reason he was the second overall pick in 23. He's got the potential to be an impact wing at both ends of the floor.
Well, he drew attention inside and then kicks the ball out.
There's 57 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Adebayo. 5 to shoot. Driving inside. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, you can see the athleticism of Adebayo on that drive. What a motor he has.
To the left side wing. Right side Rose. Here's Reese. Guarded by Green. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet We still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Here's Miller. Virginia Beach pulls it in. Right wing. Here's Rose. And Rose throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Virginia Beach leads by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Virginia Beach leading by 4. Williamson outside. Off target from outside.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Nailed from three-point land. Hamilton's got 5.
Such an advantage to have a big man who can dish it like Draymond.
Adebayo with the bucket.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Pass to Collison. And here is Green. And stolen by Williamson. And here's Rose. He's covered by Westbrook. Outside Rose. Miller grabs the miss. Oklahoma City trails by 3. Westbrook up top. Pass to Miller. And he drives in. And Miller throws it down hard.
And what an incredible talent Miller is. What a ferocious finish there.
Reese gets the bucket.
I mean, you can't be more ready to fire off your shot than she was. That is believing in yourself.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Here's Westbrook. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And here is Paul. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. It's hauled in by Collison. To the paint. Here's Green. And Green slams it in.
Oh, how about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Williamson left side. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And Adebayo sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. And the Thunder making a switch here. Pass to Miller. Now Barnes. Covered by Williamson. There's Miller with the 3. Paul grabs the board.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Zion keeping the defense on their toes right there.
And the foul on Rose. That is his first foul of the game. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Outside Westbrook. Just 5 to shoot. Over Rose. Virginia Beach pulls it in.
Well, the defense was giving him that one, but he made the shot more difficult than it needed to be. You got to play smart.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw good from Miller.
And you know, with some players, it's more than just the numbers. He provides things for this team that don't always show up in a stat sheet.
Pass to O'Neal. Look out, Rim. Here comes Shaq.
Guys, I feel bad for the rim on that one. Shaq is one powerful dude.
Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Well, what a display of athletic ability. Hammering it down like that.
And it's in there.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Stolen by Wade. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Lets it go from the wing. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's Virginia Beach up. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Virginia Beach leading by 3. Pass to Shaq. And finished off by O'Neal.
You know, great feed there by Jalen Brunson, a terrific facilitator.
Outside, Green. And it's Green with the jam.
Oh, a sweet jam. He really stuffed that one in.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Virginia Beach to the inside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Beal with it. Guarded now by Shaq. And that one's good. Beal.
And the whole floor is open for Beal. He has the mechanics to make a shot from just about anywhere.
Offensive rebound. Here's Green. 4 on the clock. Another shot. Ooh, he laid it up and in.
And that trip was going nowhere. Credit there for basically creating his own and just getting it off in time.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. They trail by 3. Now Brunson. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter.
How about the hops from Brunson, scaring the rim a little bit there.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Westbrook. And he jams it in.
Westbrook plays so hard out there. When he has the rim in his sights, he locks in on throwing it down.
Green. Green rips down the board. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Virginia Beach leading by 3. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now Green driving to the basket. Green with the block.
You see the defensive instincts there. That's what makes Green one of the best.
Brunson. Brunson from long distance. Oklahoma City trails by 6. Releases. O'Neal there for the rebound. .124 left in the fourth. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Yeah, and once you see that advantage from the sideline, you just want to yell at him to shoot the ball.
Green inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, that was a two-hander.
And this is what separates Green from most bigs. A point forward who excels at passing.
And that one falls.
Well, that's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
Brunson. Now Green. It's stolen by Green.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
All stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
Collison hits them both. And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Hey, he made every one to put a little extra security around this lead.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And there's the 3.
Look at Westbrook carrying the load. He can be that guy for you.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Great work at the line under pressure. They're that much closer to putting this game away.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game. Here's Westbrook. Takes the 3. Green outside. Beyond the arc. No good.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
So Virginia Beach picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For my friends Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. So long.